Hey, how's it going, everybody? Coach Kyle here, and this is a quick review of the Nike Vaporfly Flyknit 4%. After a marathon, a 13.1 mile training run at marathon goal pace, and one or two tempo runs. So, about 50 miles or so on them. That's maybe a quarter of their lifespan. If you're really talking about their optimal lifespan. So I got these and I took them out for a short tempo run, and they felt good. And then I took them out for maybe a second little tempo run. And then I did, the week before the marathon, I did 13 miles at goal race pace. And it's a very conservative race pace for me. So it wasn't like it was a very 13.1 miles of holding back race pace. And then I did 26 miles at a 7:24 pace just this last weekend. Initial impressions, before, during, and after the marathon is that they felt good. This is a very fast shoe. I've done most of my races in the Kinvara, which is 4 millimeters of drop, 22 millimeters stack height, and not light but not heavy. This is more cushioned. It has 3 times as much drop from the heel to the midfoot. It's way stiffer. It's totally different. This shoe is I compare it to like a race car versus a sedan. You sit in the race car and you drive the race car to get around the track as fast as possible, but you take the sedan for the road trip across the state. So this, the race car is not uncomfortable, but it's not comfortable. And that's kind of how I feel about the Vaporfly here. It's not uncomfortable, but I wouldn't take it for a road trip type of thing. Like with the Kinvaras I have, super comfortable. I wore them on my walk this morning. They're just such a comfortable shoe, but they're kind of mushy. Like the cushioning is just kind of mushy. So they're my workout shoe. They're my next fastest shoe. It's still a quick shoe, but it's no Vaporfly. Let me tell you, this is a fast shoe. So my only real complaints with it are that just right here, right where my little toe is, it's a little narrow. So last weekend I wore Injinjis, and I wore the I don't know what they're called. I didn't wear the thinnest Injinji option. For my marathon this upcoming weekend, 2 marathons in 2 weekends, I'm gonna wear the Injinji liners, so they're just thinner than the normal Injinji thickness, and I'm thinking that will help just give me a tiny bit extra room in the toe box. Now again, it's not uncomfortable, and I didn't get any blisters, thank you Injinji, but a tiny bit of extra space would be a relief. So during the run, I ran a very conservative 7:24 average. During the run, I never had any foot problems. Absolutely 100% happy with this shoe. I think that if you have, I didn't spend anywhere close to full price on these, but if you have the money and you're not married to a certain shoe for whatever reason, I really think you could probably benefit from at least trying these. You can order from Nike and Running Warehouse at least. Try them on for a few runs, and if you don't like them, you can send them back and get a full refund or credit. So if you're fine with spending $250 on a pair of shoes, and you want to invest, I spent $130 on the entry fee and the poster for the Fargo Marathon this upcoming weekend. I spent $100 in gas going to and from the Brookings Marathon last weekend. We spent all this money and time in our training and the races. People give, some of the snobs at Let's Run kind of give some shit for non-elites wearing the Vaporfly, but if you're going to spend all this time and money and you have some extra money, buy yourself the best, most, best, fastest pair of shoes you can. And I can't imagine a shoe feeling any faster for a marathon than these. So if you, like I said, if you have the money, you might as well buy them, try them for a few runs, and if you don't like them, send them back for a full refund or full credit. And if you like them, then you got a super light, super fast pair of shoes. If they work for you, they're gonna work for you. And if they don't, they're not. It doesn't matter. That's true for any shoe. If it works for you, it works for you. And these, I am so pleased with these. Really glad I got these, and I will wear them for Fargo this upcoming weekend. I'll wear them for Sundance in the fall. I'll wear them for any 5Ks and 10K races I do between then and now. So the general life expectancy that I see for these is about 150, 200 miles. But even after that, the foam might not be as, it might not give you as much energy. The carbon fiber plate might not, do the whole thing with your mechanics, your ankle mechanics, that those, the energy return, the ankle mechanic changes. Those are part of, those are part of what makes the shoe so fast. After 200 miles, those two characteristics might not be as great, but it's still going to be a super light and really cushioned shoe. And those two characteristics will still help you run faster for 10K, half, full marathon. So, I mean, obviously I'm not there yet. There's only about 50 miles on these, but at 300, 400, 500 miles, if assuming that the Flyknit and everything holds up, it's still going to be a really cushioned, super light shoe. And that's going to be a fast shoe. So even at that point, I'm probably still going to be wearing these over the Kinvara for my races. But what I'm probably going to do is I set up an eBay search. So if I can get a pair of these, or the old ones, maybe if somebody digs up a pair used, and they took them on 4 runs, couldn't return them for full refund, but didn't like them, I'll spend $100 for a pair of these with 50, 75 miles on them. Or you can get a used pair for less than that for pretty cheap. So I mean, I know what size I am now, so I don't mind spending a little bit less than retail on a pair of shoes that has a few miles on them. So, but yeah, super happy with these. Really glad I purchased them. I think that's, I didn't spend $250, but before I had them, I wouldn't have spent full retail on these. But now that I bought them, I would tell myself in the past, spend the $250, invest in a good pair of shoes that will help you run faster. I mean, people are like, oh, people look at these as like cheating or something, but I mean, when I'm looking at it, like, when do you draw the line? Like, their beetroot juice before a race might be, or caffeine, like these are all performance enhancers. You're just investing in or buying optimal equipment, whether it's a micro or an acute thing like caffeine or beetroot juice, or it's more of a chronic thing you can use over and over again, like a pair of shoes. It's just, if you have the money and you have the desire, never feel bad investing in good stuff that, and good I mean stuff that works for you. So those are my thoughts. Comments, questions, drop them below. And as always, you keep running, I'll keep coaching.